Hello, this is Michael Brown, the Managing Director of the Controlling Department of your bank. Listen, my team has checked your recent bank transfers and they found an error that our transferring system has made. You may have not noticed, but the last transfer you made was carried out twice. So we just have to pay you back this amount. Since I, as the Director of the department, am the only person authorized to do so, I need your confirmation to retransfer your money. Everything you have to do is to click on a link I just sent you via email, and then you have to log into your account in order to confirm the transaction. Could you do that right now? Otherwise you won't be able to get your money back.
Phishing is a social engineering technique that is very prevalent in the United States and also in developing countries, for example in Pakistan. Humans are often referred to as the weakest link in cybersecurity. At least 90% of all cyber attacks try to exploit human errors. Phishing is the combination of the two terms voice and phishing. This form of attack can be classified as a social method, which is defined by the use of social influence principles in order to convince victims to reveal sensitive information. The hacker establishes a direct interaction with the victim, for example via phone, or impersonates a trustworthy person or an institution, for example a bank of the victim or a federal institution. During the conversation, the cybercriminal uses social influence techniques in order to convince people to reveal sensitive information or install malware on their PC. For example, the principle of authority is a prevalent one being used, like for example by claiming to be the employee's CEO or an IT support member of the victim's company.
Have you ever heard of social engineering? Social engineering is a key attack strategy in cybersecurity. It is a strategy that exploits the human nature of users, making manipulation a tool to obtain personal data or install malware on the victim's computer. The hacker does not only use technical methods here, but also, for example, a fake identity or other manipulative approaches to lure the end user into a trap. One example of what a social engineering attack can look like is the so-called media dropping. A lure such as a USB flash drive is placed near the victim to arouse their curiosity and get them to insert the USB flash drive into their computer in order to view the content. When the files are opened, the malware then infects the victim's computer. If the bait is used to arouse a specific expectation, for example by labeling the USB flash drive with a salary table 2021, this is also referred to as baiting. Another strategy used in the context of social engineering that takes advantage of emotions such like fear is the so-called reverse social engineering. For instance, a cybercriminal places a link on which the user clicks, which initiates a process that deletes all files on the user's computer. Then the user gets scared because he has downloaded malware and looks for help as soon as possible. Then the hacker takes advantage of the user's desperate situation by, for example, creating a pop-up window that appears on the user's computer and promises them help with a severe security problem. The hacker pretends to be IT security support and then suggests helping the user. The hacker might ask for credentials, claiming to need them for fixing the security problem. However, the truth is that he is only interested in personal data and sometimes even demands payment for alleged service. But this is not the only strategy in which fear is shamelessly exploited. In the so-called CEO fraud or fake president trick, the hacker pretends to be the boss of an employee and asks to quickly transferring money to an account or, for example, buying 100 Amazon vouchers and transmit the codes because he supposedly needs them urgently, but he has no time to do it himself. The employee who wants to obey the manager, fearing the consequences of not doing so, does not think about this twice, but complies with the request and transmits the money to the deceitful cybercriminal. All these strategies are fraudulent and directly exploit the user's good nature, fear or curiosity, or other emotions. If a hacker can take advantage of people's psyche to enrich themselves, psychologists can do the reverse. They can help people to recognize fraud so they don't fall into the hacker's insidious traps.